Hello and how you doing? And welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Carnes, joined here with
Lucas Coons.
and also joined here with
Jumbo Carnes.
And welcome back to Two Jagoffs. And it is finally here, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite time of the year on the podcast. We are bringing back our NFL weekly predictions. Let's all give it up real quick. Let's do a little round of applause for a second. Do a big jumbo clap. Yeah. Weekly predictions are back. And we're going to go through, we're going to predict every single game. And obviously, as the season continues, we'll also recap the previous week's games. But no games have happened yet. We already did a big preseason recap last week. We talked about some other sports news. It's going to be a fun time, going to be a great episode. But before we get into that, Lucas, Dad, the Jagoff team, how you guys doing today?
Good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Long day of school.
Long day of school?
I mean, he's wearing a Steeler shirt, so what do you think he's doing?
I mean, if you couldn't notice the theme, we're all actually wearing our favorite teams. I got my Cardinals on. You got your Chiefs on. You got the Steelers on. Mixing it up a little bit today. Maybe we'll do that throughout. We also got some NFL hats laid up here. You know.
I'll never wear that.
What about the Chargers hat?
Never wear that. This is all I'm wearing.
Okay. Well, we know that you're only wearing the Chiefs. But before we get into the episode today, I do want to quickly just, not recap, but just mention it. This past Sunday, we had a pretty cool interview on the podcast. Representative Dan Deasy actually joined us. What do you guys think of that interview?
Very good. I liked it.
It's pretty good.
That's it?
That's all we're giving you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it nice and simple. I think I'll be more excited for the one this weekend.
The win this
Dan
weekend.
needed to pick one restaurant, though. Sorry, Dan. You got to pick one restaurant.
Yeah, okay, I like that critique. He was lowballing me there. He wasn't giving me any restaurants.
No, this is
Because he represents a lot of districts, and he has to pick one in each district.
Well, President Versailles had a cop-out answer. He said the dining hall instead of a regular
No,
restaurant.
I have some beef with you.
What?
This is like the first time in like 3 months, but you forgot to mention it was my question.
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot that.
You need a
That was my one critique of the whole
Do you need a
episode.
hug?
Yeah, I do, actually. Can you
Nick
give me
Brown will give you one.
one? Producer Nick.
He'll give you a hug. But anyway, let's get right into our weekly predictions. We have a lot of great teams, a lot of great games that are going to be played this upcoming weekend. I mean, today is Thursday after all, and we're going to start things off with Thursday Night Football. And the tradition continues where the Super Bowl champion will be at home and will be hosting a team. This year, it is the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, no longer the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are hosting division rival, their arch nemesis, the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles are running things back with practically the same team. The Cowboys are coming off of a big trade with Micah Parsons. So, Lucas, I'm going to go to you on this one first. First and foremost, what is your reaction to the Parsons trade? And second off, who do you have winning this game and why?
My reaction to the Parsons trade is I kind of expected it. Green Bay was not where I thought he would go, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas got absolutely scammed out of that. They could have got easily another first or like 2 mid-round picks for him. I think Green Bay wins this, no matter how you look at it.
Green Bay wins this?
Yeah.
The trade?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the game itself?
The game itself. Sorry, I thought we were all just talking about the trade first.
No. I said trade and the game.
Sorry. Philadelphia.
Okay.
I mean, anyone that chooses Dallas probably just doesn't watch the NFL very much.
This was one of the dumbest trades in the NFL. Dallas lost horribly on this trade. Jerry Jones once again got in the way, and he cost their team sacks, is what he cost them.
Living in Jerry's world.
You are not replacing Micah Parsons on that team this late into the game. The dumbest move. Congratulations, Green Bay. You got an all-star. I'm taking Philly in this game. This one goes out to Nick Brown and my man Matt Palangi.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a long season for you two.
Do you guys mind if I have a minute? Just like a little minute here real quick.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute, please, if you don't mind. I'm going to channel in my inner Stephen A. Smith real quick, if you don't mind. How about them Dallas Cowboys as we're going into week 1? I see them taking on the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions in them Philadelphia Eagles. Well, let me tell you something, Lucas Coons. Let me tell you something, Dad Carnes. Let me tell you something, Nick Brown, Matt Palangi, and all you sorry Cowboys fans out there. Might I add, you got rid of Micah Parsons, a Pro Bowler, a bona fide superstar who is going to go on and do great things in Green Bay, automatically putting them up here in Super Bowl contention. Might I add, the Dallas Cowboys are getting in the way of themselves. Might I add, they don't have an offensive line at all. It's depleted. Might I add, they got 2-star receivers in George Pickens and C.D. Lamb. 2 receivers who's asking for the ball. And might I add, they got Dak Prescott, who last time I checked, has practically just as many playoff wins as Tony Romo, who no longer plays in this league. Lucas Coons, my dad, you guys want to hear a stat real quick? The Dallas Cowboys have never played a Super Bowl on a flat screen TV. That is how bad this Dallas Cowboys team is. So you better bet your bottom dollar I am picking the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Thank you, Jock Sampson.
That was absolutely ridiculous, first off. Second off, I totally disagree with you on the offense.
What?
I believe they probably have one of the best wide receiver rooms in the NFL right now, if George Pickens doesn't get in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott is going to shine this year.
Yeah.
So I totally disagree with that statement. Go ahead.
Did you just throw away your only pen?
Yes.
The only thing I can think of the whole time is how much you sound like Jock.
I don't know if that was in a southern accent you were trying.
I was like Jock Sampson after he's had like the fireball.
I was
and
trying to
the
do Jock Sampson cutting a promo.
A plus.
A plus?
A minus.
I'll take it.
A.
A?
I'll give you an A.
C.
C.
C. You don't remember what Jock sounds like?
No, I'm giving him a C on what he just did.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
I was channeling in half Stephen A, half my dad. Come on, that was funny.
But also, now, before we move on, can I just ask something real quick?
You can ask whatever you want.
Producer Nick Brown,
Oh, God.
what's your opinions on this game?
I want to go Dallas.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
God.
Did Matt tell you to do that?
No. Matt had no say.
Are you just saying this because we're going to see Matt later?
No. I think that George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, I think Dak has some good potential this season. I think this is going to be a first week 1 season. I think it's going to be good. I'm going to take Dallas over Philly.
You're high. Turn the microphone back around. Save it for Steel City commuters, my friend. Let's move into our Friday game. Dad, you got the jersey on. We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Los Angeles Chargers finally have loaded up on wide receivers. This is the first time that I can confidently say in the last 6 years the Chargers actually have a wide receiver room. Herbert actually has weapons. The question mark with this team with me is what the defense is going to look like. They lost Asante Samuel Jr. They lost Joey Bosa. They lost a lot of key players. Khalil Mack is still there. They do still have a pretty solid offensive line. The running back room is pretty deep now. I'm a big fan of Omarion Hampton. I think Omarion Hampton is going to be top 10, maybe even top 5 when the season's done. He is a superstar in the making. And Najee is just simply there as your third.
He can't see.
Najee can't see, but Omarion Hampton's going to steal the show. I'm excited to see him as running back 1. But let's be honest, the Kansas City Chiefs, they are the reigning AFC champions right now. They did get their ass handed to in the Super Bowl by the Philadelphia Eagles. But honestly, this is probably the best team that Patrick Mahomes has worked with in a long time. Mahomes has talent. The defense is loaded. I'm a big fan of this offensive line. I love Simmons as your first-round pick. I think Simmons is going to be a Pro Bowl left tackle. He's my number 1 player to watch on the Chiefs this year outside of Mahomes because I think he's going to do incredible things. Congratulations to Taylor and Travis as well. I hope that doesn't get in the way of this season. I don't think it will. I'm going to go Kansas City here. I feel like way too many people are counting out the Chiefs early on.
I think they're going to come out pissed off. That's what I think. I think they're going to come out and they're going to beat them, and they're going to beat them good. When you say the receiver room, who do they have that you consider a good receiver room?
I didn't say a good receiver room. I just said they have talent.
Who? I'm saying the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers? Oh, well, they brought back Keenan Allen. I forget.
Old. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I forget his name, but they have They have 2 different rookies who are both amazing.
Okay, that's why I was asking. I knew they
Yes.
were rookies. Keenan Allen's old. He just needs to give it up. Anyways, I see Kansas City winning by 10 or more in this game.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. I don't see the Chargers putting up much of a fight against them. The Chiefs have usually have their number, unless they're resting players.
All right. All even across the board.
And I don't believe in Herbert enough.
Okay. I disagree with you on that. I do believe in Herbert in the sense that I feel like he can put up a fight against Mahomes because he has beat him before. That's no stranger. Unfortunately, me and my dad were actually victims of it live in person in Kansas City watching Herbert dominate him. He can pick apart a defense like no tomorrow, but the question's going to start raising whether or not he can have playoff success. And I feel like it's unfair to judge Herbert on that with the status that he had with coaching. I feel like the 2 quarterbacks we should be judging the most going into this year is actually Lamar and Allen, which we'll get into when we get to the Sunday night game later. Moving into Sunday football. Great slate of action, a lot of divisional games, and we're going to start off with an NFC South battle. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons. Dad, I want to go to you on this one first. Tampa Bay, in my opinion, is a sleeper team this year coming out of the NFC. I think they have a lot of talent. And Atlanta, I mean, as much of a train wreck as they are, let's not forget this team has a really good defensive line and a really good offensive line, and that's where the battle is won, in the trenches. What's your thoughts here?
First off, did you guys watch Quarterbacks on Netflix?
I've seen a lot of clips of it.
Phenomenal. If you get a chance, there's 2 seasons. I really like Kirk Cousins even more after this. I wish he was getting a starting nod somewhere because he's actually very meticulous with football, of what he does as far as preparation, everything like that. And he actually did a class act. He called Michael Penix Jr. and actually told him he was getting the starting job, which is pretty class act. But anyways, I don't think Atlanta has a prayer in this game. I think Baker runs it up on them. I see them winning this game. I'm not sold on Atlanta. I think that offense, I don't know, I'm just not sold on it. I think that might be coaching there.
I'm also going to take Tampa Bay. I have a lot of question marks around Atlanta. I'm excited to see Penix's first season as the starting QB. I just think Tampa Bay is the better overall team. I think that they're more built.
There's no bigger Michael Penix Jr. fan than Austin Carnes. I love Michael Penix. I've been a fan of him. I've been a supporter of him since his days at Washington. But I will sit up here and tell you this. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have no reason at all why they shouldn't be competing in the divisional round and possibly the NFC Championship. They have Mike Evans. They have Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, Emike Ibuka, Baker Mayfield, who has really improved his game, not to mention that incredible line with an all-pro future Hall of Famer in Tristan Wirfs. I love what this team has. But this can be a trap game easily to start off the season. Tampa Bay cannot overlook an Atlanta team that has a bona fide star in Drake London, in Kyle Pitts, and most importantly, in Bijan Robinson. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Easy.
The best fantasy player of all time, Kyle Pitts. Fantasy football legend.
And I hate how people say that he's a bad football player because he doesn't get fantasy numbers. Just because he doesn't score in the end zone doesn't mean he's a bad player. I mean, he's still a threat on the field because he's a solid blocker. He's a really good blocker. I mean, Bijan wouldn't have the numbers last year if it wasn't for Kyle Pitts.
Did you take Kyle Pitts in your first round of the draft?
I did not.
Most people that compare players to fantasy points know nothing about football.
I agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree. All right, next game that we have, AFC North battle. I'm excited for this one because I actually cut the promo to hype up this game right outside of Cleveland Browns Stadium. The Cleveland Browns are hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. I want to get your thoughts on this first, Dad, because, I mean, there's so much controversy with the Browns right now. We know that Flacco is the starting quarterback. We know that Joe Burrow is hot, and he is ready to go this year. What's your thoughts on this game?
This is going to be ugly. The Bengals are going to have their way with them. Burrow may put up 400 yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
He's going to have his way with them. The only thing they got is the defense. Their offense is in shambles. Their coaching staff sucks. Cleveland's a train wreck. Stay away from Cleveland. I got Cincy in a big win.
Lucas?
I'm going to agree with you, Dad. I think Cincinnati should dominate this game.
They should dominate this game. The Cincinnati Bengals should go out there. Joe Burrow should have 400 yards a game. Jamar Chase should have easily close to 200 yards a game. Zach Taylor should have a coaching masterclass. Here's the issue. He's not. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to fall for the same trap they do every single year in week 1. Do we need to go back to last year with that awful New England Patriots team and see what the Patriots did? The Patriots had their way last year with the Cincinnati Bengals. The same Bengals team that we have this year. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns here. Not because the Browns are the better team. There is no way in hell the Browns are ever going to go anywhere this year. But the Cincinnati Bengals have not won a week 1 game in the last 6 years. What makes me think differently that the Bengals are actually going to win this year? That is their biggest issue going into every single year. The Cincinnati Bengals cannot win at the start of the season. Seriously, I mean, they went 0-3 last year to start the season. They went 0-4 the season before and 0-2 the year before that. When are they going to win? This is what's holding the Bengals back from competing with the Chiefs, competing with the Bills, competing with the Ravens. Last time the Bengals actually had a week 1 win, guess what happened? They were in the Super Bowl and nearly won the whole thing. So they have not convinced me at all that they can beat a Cleveland Browns team in week 1. They have not convinced me they can beat any team in the NFL in week 1 due to the simple fact that they overestimate their weeks. They will always want to look ahead. They want to look ahead for Pittsburgh and Baltimore, which is great. Those are the games you need to win. This game right here should be just as important as any other game on the calendar for Cincinnati, but Zach Taylor's going to do the same thing that he's done every single year as the head coach, and that is lose the games that you should win and that you should dominate. Everything that you said, Dad, should happen, but I don't think it is. I'm going with the Browns. I expect this to be like a 20-14 game.
I totally disagree. I think this is the year because I think
we said the same thing last year, though, with the Patriots.
They realize the only way they're making the playoffs is if they win these first couple games. Because Burrow played lights out at the end of the season, best quarterback in the NFL. We know it. They scored all these 30-point games and losses. This is the year they break that cycle and they go 1-0.
I hope to God that happens, but they have done nothing to convince me. Nothing. All right, let's move into our next game. Indianapolis Colts are hosting the Miami Dolphins. Daniel Jones is now getting the start for the Colts, not Anthony Richardson. Richardson will serve as QB2. The Dolphins are running it back with a pretty similar squad to last year. I'm going to go to you on this one first, Dad. I know you had strong feelings about both of these teams and all the quarterbacks involved here. What's your thoughts heading into this game?
I think it's a division game, first off. So it's going to be a tight one.
No, it's not.
No, this ain't a division game. Sorry.
South.
I was looking at Indianapolis and Jacksonville. That ain't even in. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, I'm going to say, man,
This is a tough game.
it's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be a real tight game. I think if I'm going to take anybody, I'm going to take Tua. He's usually healthy beginning of the season with his receivers. I'm going to take Miami in a tight one, maybe a 3-point, 7-point game.
I'm going to take Miami as well. On paper, Miami should win this game pretty easily, but it's week 1. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to play good. I think that he could be the reason this team loses. I think Miami just has the better, more talent.
Dad, you played football, so you can help me with the football formations here. Whenever two teams like this that have quarterbacks who can get the ball downfield if need be, and receivers that are fast as hell. We look at the Colts, they got Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs. We look at the Dolphins, they got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. If they're not going to be able to get the ball downfield due to two different dominant defensive lines, Miami has 2 different Pro Bowls on the defensive line, and the Colts have DeForest Buckner, who is incredible. If they can't get to the quarterback, what is the number one thing that you need to try and do? What opens up the passing game?
Run game.
The run game. So that's what I'm looking at going into this game. I'm looking at the run game. I'm looking at which team is going to be more ball dominant. So you got A-Chain with the Dolphins. You got Taylor with the Colts. I'm going with the Colts. I believe Jonathan Taylor is going to have the more efficient game. I don't think Tua or Daniel's really going to have to do anything to win this game. I'm looking at the Colts, and I see Jonathan Taylor as a stud. I see him with an incredible offensive line. 2 Hall of Famers are on that line. Why would I not go with them? The Dolphins are the far better team. They're far superior. But just like the Bengals, they have a bit of a slow starts every year.
Okay.
A lot of disagreements early.
You're the one disagreeing.
I know. I'm excited. I'm such a shocked.
You're
I feel like we're
excited
gonna.
to disagree.
I am really excited. I am excited because every year it feels like we agree on the same things, and I don't want that. So this is awesome. This is sick. What?
You know, what's sick is you thinking that the Chiefs are not going to win the Super Bowl. But go ahead.
They're probably not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're
Whoa.
probably not going.
Probably not going to win.
All right. Well, we have our next game: Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars. Now I know this is a team that a lot of folks, especially, had feelings on this podcast about last season. I'm looking at you, Lucas. You had very strong thoughts about both of these quarterbacks, both Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence. Especially you with Bryce Young. You were the worst with him.
Who?
You
You're a
damn.
hater. You're a hater.
But this is going to be the game where it settles it all. I want to go to you on this one first, Dad, actually. Do you got Bryce Young and the Panthers, or do you got Trevor Lawrence and the Jags?
Excuse me. I have one question. How healthy is Trevor Lawrence?
That's a great question. From what I've saw, he's full strength, so.
I think.
Yeah,
it's
but I mean,
fully
that first
recovered.
time he takes a scramble, I mean, he's going to be like a deer in headlights. I'm taking Carolina. I want to take Jacksonville because I think he's a better quarterback, but I don't know after that hit. I don't know how he's going to rebound after that hit. I guess we're going to have to wait to see. I'm solely basing it on that hit alone.
I'm going to take Jacksonville.
Okay.
I'm excited for Travis Hunter.
Ooh.
Um,
That's it.
Did you get
Ex-
Jersey?
no,
You're
I'm not that excited.
Then.
I'm not that
You
excited.
got TJ Watt's jersey on.
He's on my team.
All right, well.
No, I'm excited to see. Excited to see if he's gonna play on both sides of the ball or not. That'll be a interesting discussion for week 1. But I think I'm ready to see Trevor Lawrence. I think he'll be fine after that hit. I think he recovered. And I'm not a fan of Carolina.
I'm a fan of both teams in the sense that I believe they have quarterbacks that have been treated unfairly ever since they've both been drafted. I feel like that Bryce Young, I'm not Bryce Young, excuse me. I feel like that Trevor Lawrence wasn't given the fair opportunity due to the fact that he's now on his, third different coach. He's worked with Urban Meyer. He worked with Doug Peterson. Now he's on Liam Cohen. So he's worked with so many different coaches to the point now where it's like, okay, you're undeveloping a quarterback by having him go into so many different coaching schemes. So Lawrence already was fed a bad hand. Carolina, I feel like benching Bryce Young was the best decision for his career. At the time, we all laughed at it. Not me, I defended it. But at the time, you guys laughed at it because, oh my God, Andy Dalton's starting over Bryce Young. But in reality, what was happening, they were testing Bryce Young. They were going to see how he responded. How he responded to getting back on the field after that opportunity to see, will he fall under pressure? Will he let him beat himself up? Or is he going to go out there and make a statement? And damn it, he went out there and made a statement. He went out there and played lights out. He actually went out there and outplayed one C.J. Stroud, who many say is better than Bryce Young. So going into this year,
That's your guy.
that is your guy. I have high expectations for Bryce Young. I don't expect the Panthers to be a playoff contending team. I don't expect them to have a winning record. I don't expect them to even be in the top 2 in the NFC South. But what I do expect is I expect a progression year for Bryce Young. Don't expect a bunch of touchdowns and little interceptions out of him. He's still going to turn over the ball a lot. He's still going to make a lot of mistakes. But this is a good year where we're going to really see the progression of where Bryce Young will be in the next 2 to 3 years. Trevor Lawrence, I love him to death. I want to defend him here, but I'm going to go to Panthers. I believe the Panthers got the better squad. All right, next team. Las Vegas Raiders, New England Patriots. This is still part of our 1 o'clock state. We have a lot of 1 o'clock games this time around. I'm pretty surprised by how many the NFL is so graciously giving us.
Beginning of the season.
It's the beginning of the season. It'll thin out a little bit. Raiders and Patriots, though. Lucas, what's your thoughts on this game? We got Drake May versus Geno Smith. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm going to take the Patriots.
Interesting.
I like the Raiders. I've defended Geno. Pete Carroll being there is interesting. They got Lockett, who's a good receiver. A little older, but still a good receiver. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I like New England. I like Drake May a lot, and I think that this team is slowly getting better, and it's someone to watch out for.
Dad?
I'm going New England. Obviously, I hate the Raiders, but that's not why I'm going there. Can't believe you said you like the Raiders.
I like the Raiders. I like 3 people on the Raiders.
Okay, I don't like anybody on the Raiders. I don't even like the ball.
You don't even like Kenny Pickett?
Screw that guy.
You don't even like Kenny Pickett?
Nope, screw him too.
Okay. Damn.
I like New England
Talk
in this
about
game.
bias.
Yeah, well, I'm a Chiefs fan.
Well, you like Kenny Pickett until he went to the Raiders.
Yeah, I did. Now I hate him. Anyways, I'm taking New England. I think they have the better quarterback. I'm not sold on Geno Smith. I'm sorry. I never have been. And I think the defense is better in New England. I agree with Lucas. They're actually starting to play better ball. All around team-wise, I think New England's a better team.
New England is certainly the better team, but at the moment, Vegas is the better system in the sense that they have a lot of different guys that are star players that are working with a bad organization. Brock Bowers is a star. Max Crosby is a star. Tyler Lockett, whether you say age or not, is a star. I hate throwing around the term system quarterback, but in this sense, I will with Geno Smith. He's going to be a system quarterback going into the Raiders. I believe Drake May is still underdeveloped. I believe Drake May still has a lot more time to kind of sit in that quarterback room, learn, develop, go out on the field and do something different. I'm going to Raiders, though, here in this game. I think the Raiders are more complete. They're more experienced. I think experience is going to trump the Patriots. What?
Do you put Bowers as a top 3 tight end?
I have him as the second best tight end in the league. I think he's number 2. I would say it's...
Might put him at 2 or 3.
I have him at 2.
What's your top 3?
I mean, obviously, Kelsey's number 1.
No, it's McBride.
No, it's McBride.
It's McBride.
Crazy.
As someone that bullies Austin about the Cardinals,
That's the
McBride's
one
best
thing the
tight end.
Cardinals actually have is the...
I will put McBride at 3. I would not put
You're
him
high.
at 1.
Kelsey's not even top 4.
Kelsey's not even top 5.
My God, what is wrong with you two?
Maybe 4 years ago.
He'll get 1,000 yards. Let's see which one of your tight ends. Let's make a bet.
McBride had 1,000. Whatever. Bowers did 2.
And number 3, I'd put Kittle.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would have put Kittle up there.
You can make a case for Isaiah Likely, too, honestly.
You
Is
mean
he
a guy
hurt
that
right
can't stay in bounds, likely?
I was gonna say he had a lot of problems last season, and he's injured right now, so I don't know.
He didn't have any problems last year. He only had the one issue, the toe issue, and then he got injured. He's hurt after throughout the year.
They lost by 2.
All right, next team, next game that we have, Arizona Cardinals versus New Orleans Saints. Now, listen, I'm going to sit up here and say that if the Arizona Cardinals don't score 30-plus in this game, it is disappointing. The Saints are the worst team in the NFL right now. But I have the suspicion, you smell that, guys? I smell a lot of BS coming out of Arizona. I have the feeling the Cardinals are going to lose this game. I really want to pick the Saints here because I'm proudly wearing all Cardinals. I got Cardinal socks. I got the J's on that matches the Cardinals. I got the backwards hat. I got the shorts. I even got red and black underwear on to represent my Cardinals. I still have a feeling that they're going to lose this game, though, because this is a trap game. It's the same thing with Cincinnati. There is no reason to lead me to believe why the Cardinals should win this game. So I'm going to unceremoniously pick the Cardinals just because they should win this game. But I don't want you guys clowning me next week saying, oh, how do you lose to the Saints? Because guess what? I'm already prepared for it. I already have the feeling it's going to happen. Spencer Rattler, have your way, my friend.
Nick Brown, 4:05 p.m. He just bet against his own team.
I bet against my own team every year.
Listen, the Carrington Cougars could run the score up against the New Orleans Saints. I'm taking Arizona. I told you I'll be betting against the Saints all season. I'm not even talking about them. They're not even worth my breath.
I took Arizona, and if they lose this game, I'm maxing their wins at 7 this season.
He should burn his stuff. Live podcast. That.
Well, same thing can be said about this next team. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Jets. Are you okay, Mr.
Yeah,
COVID?
I need some more.
I guess this answers our question from earlier. Pittsburgh's away.
Well, Pittsburgh is away. They are traveling to over to New Jersey to play the New York Jets.
Are they? I thought they were home.
No, they're away. They're on the road
We
again.
thought they were home too. We can't even be mad at it.
Over at MetLife. This is the battle of two quarterbacks who are returning to former homes. Justin Fields is now the quarterback of the New York Jets, formerly to both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers is now the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, former both Jets and Packers quarterback. Both quarterbacks looking to get revenge wins, statement wins. I'm going to lead off if you guys don't mind. The Pittsburgh Steelers should win this game. And the reason why I'm saying they should win this game is because Aaron Rodgers is much more experienced. Justin Fields is much more underdeveloped in the sense that he couldn't even beat out Russell Wilson. I know a lot of fans wanted Justin Fields over Russell Wilson, but at the end of the day, Russ was the better guy. He was the better option. I'm actually still upset the Steelers passed on Russ. I believe Russ would have been better than Rodgers going into this year because of the Russ and DK connection. That's just my personal opinion. But this Jets team is banged up. We just found out about Elijah Vera Tucker being injured. That's a big loss at tackle. I mean, he was going into his 5th year. It's a contract year for him. We're wishing him nothing but the best. But the protection for Fields has thinned. Breece Hall had an off year last year. I was very surprised by it. Garrett Wilson's going to be the headline here. Can Garrett Wilson get open? If the Steelers can contain him, they should have an easy win here.
I'm taking the Steelers as well. This should be a decently easy win for us. If Fields looked anything like he did in preseason, I'm worried for this team overall. Like you said, Garrett Wilson's like the big question mark on this game. If he can't play well, this team's doomed.
Well, he's going to play well. He's going to play well either way. Can the Steelers contain him? Don't disrespect Garrett Wilson. He's better than every receiver on the Steelers right now. Garrett Wilson is a superstar in the making. And I will tell you this, Ohio State connection is there with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. You can't sit up here with a straight face and tell me Garrett Wilson's not better than DK Metcalf. That's outrageous. But go ahead. That is outrageous.
I didn't say that.
I'm getting on LK over there.
That was my statement. I'm done.
Okay, listen, I'm going to take the Steelers. It's going to be an easy win for them. You're going to start to see why I picked them to be a playoff team. Aaron Rodgers is going to show up. He's going to show out.
But does that really mean anything if the Steelers... congratulations, you beat the Jets. That means you're a playoff contending team?
It's one win.
One win.
And then they only need 10 more to come to what I told you guys.
Okay, so if the Saints beat the Cardinals, that's one win away from being in the playoffs with the Saints.
No, the Saints ain't got a prayer beating anybody. Listen, the end of the day, the Steelers, if they start 1-0 and your Bengals start 0-1, guess what? They're above them in the rankings.
All right. Well, it's one more win to the season. There's only 17 games in a year, so every win counts.
Yep, this one counts.
New York Giants and Washington Commanders are next. I have a lot to say about this game. I want to get your thoughts, though, Dad, first. We have a brand new quarterback in Russell Wilson making his debut with the Giants. Jackson Dart's actually listed as QB2, which I think is well-deserved behind Russ, and then Jameis Winston being a 3. The Commanders are coming off an amazing year. I mean, Jaden Daniels shocked the world, did something no rookie has ever done by taking a team to the NFC Championship. Obviously, they got blown out by the Philadelphia Eagles in that game, but before that, they blown out the Detroit Lions, who were a Super Bowl favorite. What's your thoughts here?
I want to take Washington. I do. Scary Terry, Jaden Daniels, sophomore year, but that's why I probably am not taking them, is because I think they are going to slump this year. I do. I truly do. And I think Russ is going to play good. They got a good enough defense up there to squeeze out some tight games. I'm taking the Giants in a tight one. I think you're not going to see Washington like they looked against Detroit. I think you're going to see a Washington team like they looked where they got blown out by the Eagles. And that's why I'm going Giants.
Why you okay?
I'm thinking Washington.
Picking all the good teams.
I'm glad that they got
Still
Terry
favorites.
back. They needed that really bad. Their season was in jeopardy if they didn't get him back. I'm excited to see how they play, and since they got him back, I'm gonna choose them a lot this season.
Well, respectfully, you're wrong, and here's why you're wrong. The New York Giants are going to win this game for the exact same reason that I said the Houston Texans were going to lose last year. So the sophomore slump is real. Jaden Daniels, I believe, is going to go into it, but it's not going to affect him as much as Stroud. I still believe the Commanders will be in the playoffs. I still believe they will have a winning record. I still believe the Commanders are actually coming second in the division because the Cowboys are atrocious, and same with this team. But the Giants,
Nick Brown, did you hear that?
he heard it all right. I can see him smirking off camera.
He's on his phone. I didn't know if he was paying attention. Sorry.
But the Giants, listen, I mean, they have Andrew Thomas on that offensive line. That alone right there should say why the Giants have a great line. The question is whether or not Tyron Tracy or Cam Scatterbu or whatever running back they decide to throw out there, running back one, can they actually run behind this line? You don't need a name brand running back to run behind this line. As long as you can be mobile, you can make it. Russell Wilson still proves that he has one hell of an arm. He has weapons. Malik Neighbors is a star. Let's not forget that. Malik Neighbors is an incredible receiver that's going to have a great career. They still got Jalen Hyatt there. This is a solid team. It's just they're in a really good division. Like the Commanders are going to be much better than them. The Cowboys are going to be much better than them, and the Eagles are going to be much better than them. But coaching is what I can't get behind. I can't get behind Daboll. I never was able to. I respect him. I think he's a great person. I can't get behind him as a coach. I'm still going to go with the Giants in this game, though, because the sophomore slump is real, and Jay Daniels is going to feel it. No pushbacks over there. You're not fun today. You're not debating anything.
He's just going all favorites. Favorite.
Yeah, but I'll say you looked at DraftKings before we got in here and just started picking all the favorites.
DraftKings doesn't even get anything right.
You're not either this week.
DraftKings can't even figure out their own stadium prices.
Oh, that was ridiculous. Well, that's going to wrap up all of our 1 o'clock games. We now move into our first of two 4:05 games. And we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. The debut of the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, as he takes on a quarterback who shocked a lot of people last year in Bo Nix. I'm actually excited about this game. I don't know about you guys, and I'll get into it in a second. What about you, though, Dad? The Broncos are a division favorite this year, surprisingly. For the first time in a while, the Chiefs actually can say they have competition.
Yeah. Sorry for your first career start, Jackson Dart, but
You mean Cam Ward?
Cam Ward, I'm sorry. Who'd you say, Jackson Dart? Why'd you throw that in my head?
Well, he was a QB2 for the Giants.
Oh, I don't know why that was stuck in my head. Anyways, I see Denver and Bo Nix winning this game very big. Denver's a threat. Denver's a threat to the West. Denver's a threat to the AFC in general.
Mm-hmm.
Denver was a threat last year. They got a great defense. Bo Nix is balling out. He's doing so good. Guess what I did? Guess who my starting quarterback is in fantasy football?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. I'm expecting a big year from him.
Wow.
I'm going Denver.
Yet you hate the Chargers and Raiders, but you'll
I
get
hate
Bo Nix.
Denver, too. It ain't like I like them. George, this is you. I hate your team. Kerry, I hate your team. Anybody likes the Broncos, I hate you.
I hate you. Damn.
Yep, I hate you. Sorry.
What about you, Lucas? This is an interesting game.
I'm taking Denver. If anyone listened to me during the AFC predictions, I gave them a lot of credit. And I'm going to keep giving them more credit because they are a scary team. And I think that any Chiefs fans out there should be scared.
We're disrespectful.
We're not scared. We hate them.
We're all disrespectful. We're all guilty of something. We fell into the same trap that the NFL has done, the media has done, social media has done, the podcasting world has done. We are not giving Cam Ward the credit we should. I will stress this real quick. I'm picking the Broncos, too. I agree with you guys. I got the Broncos in this game. Cam Ward is the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft this year. Not once, and Dad, you've been watching football a lot longer than me, so correct me if I'm wrong on this. Not once in all my years of watching football have I ever seen us talk about a 5th-round quarterback more than the 1st overall pick. Why are we so focused on a quarterback 3 in Shedeur Sanders over in Cleveland, who's not even going to see the playing field, is on the bench with the water boy, versus a guy in Cam Ward who went out and won the ACC championship, was drafted number 1 overall out of Miami, did great things at Washington State before he transferred over to Miami to begin with, and now is starting. I already know the answer, Lucas. It's because of his last name, Sanders. That's why. Cam Ward's going to surprise a lot of people this year. I don't think he's going to have a Lamar Jackson rookie season where he explodes. I don't think he's going to have a Patrick Mahomes second year where he explodes. But we're going to look at Cam Ward and be like, wait a minute. Give this guy a year or two. He's going to be making some waves. He'll be in that same C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels conversation as, okay, wait a minute. He's a playmaker. The Denver Broncos, though, are just too elite. They got the best defense in football. They got the best run block in football. They got the best pass block in football. They easily got the best secondary in football. They have the defensive player of the year on their team. I got to go with the Broncos. Next up, 49ers, Seahawks, NFC West battle. What do you guys think about this one?
I think San Francisco's going to win this one. Seattle has a lot of changes coming to them. Basically a whole new team on offense, at least. They got rid of their tight end, right?
No.
No Fant.
Yes.
Metcalf is gone.
Deleted.
Lockett's gone. Smith is gone. JSN is still there. Jake Bobo's still there.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
I got him. Don't worry.
Who's the other two? Who's the running backs?
K9.
Mm-hmm. UCLA guy. Come on.
I'm going to note the Charbonnet.
There you go.
All right, there we go. See, I got it. But San Francisco, I mean, most of their players, at least, are healthy at the moment. Will they play good after all those injuries? To be determined. But at the moment, they got their team back, and I think that if CMC can stay healthy, he's a game changer.
Who's up, me?
Yeah. We're looking at you.
Listen, Seattle's all restructured on offense. Their defense is a little depleted. There's only one reason I'm taking San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey.
I like that.
He's the only reason I'm taking San Francisco. I'm not a big fan of Brock Purdy. I told you guys years ago I didn't think he was a good quarterback. I'm taking it solely. This is going to be on McCaffrey. As long as he can stay healthy, he keeps their team in that division.
Well, no offense to Purdy. Purdy doesn't exactly have a wide receiver room to be working with right now. Jawan Jennings is dealing with injury. Deebo Samuel is now a commander. Brandon Ayuk is dealing with injuries. I mean, this team is pretty beat up already going
Didn't
into
he
the
have
season.
them guys a couple years ago, though?
He did.
Okay.
He did have those guys a couple years ago. Look, I will say this. I'm going to go with Seattle actually here in this game, and I do agree with you. Chris McCaffrey is going to be a game changer, but I feel like Seattle is a little more ready to go. I feel like they're more full strength than the 49ers. The 49ers going in, I think it was like 2 years ago, they had like 14 different injuries before the season even started. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And they got blown out week 1. And then they got blown out 2 weeks later by Green Bay, and then I think they got blown out by Arizona that same year too. It was a really bad year for the 49ers. I like Sam Darnold. I've been very vocal about that here on the podcast. I think Sam Darnold is going to fit well with this offense. I believe JSN will fit perfectly into that wide receiver 1 role. Let's not forget that Cooper Kupp is also there as well. Cooper Kupp is incredible. Lucas, you went through the entire roster for me, so you already know who's going to be all there. I'm going Seattle. Go Hawks. That's the only time you ever hear me say that as a Cardinals fan. Next up, 4:25 games, primetime matchup, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, possibly the NFC North champion this year. I'm going to go Green Bay. Not because they got Micah Parsons. I said Green Bay was a division favorite before they even traded for Parsons. That's something me and you actually went back and forth about, Lucas, on our NFC division episode. I'll sit up here and say this to you. This is the year where Jordan Love's going to finally be poised in the role where we're going to say, okay, can you take this team to the promised land? Can you actually take this team to the Super Bowl? I believe out of every team in the NFC, the Packers give the Eagles the second best chance for a run for their money. The first team is Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay owns Philadelphia in the playoffs. You can't really say the same thing about Green Bay. The Lions, I am slightly concerned about them losing both of their coordinators. Don't get me wrong. Ben Johnson was great. He was an offensive masterclass. Same thing with Aaron Glenn on defense. But at the end of the day, they still got Dan Campbell. And let's not forget, in that championship game, 9 injuries. 9 in that divisional round game last year against the Commanders. I'm not saying the Commanders didn't win that game deservingly. I'm just saying we got to take into account that they weren't fully healthy. So maybe it would have been more of a fair matchup if they actually had everybody healthy. I'm going to go Green Bay here. It's at home. It's Lambeau Field. Why not?
I'm actually going to choose Green Bay as well. Something I've been pointing out a lot is I'm worried about the whole coordinator thing. I think it's going to take them a few of these first season, beginning of the season games to get used to having the new coordinators. Obviously, Hutchinson will be back, so that's a big addition. I think it'll be a close game, don't get me wrong. I am going to say that Micah Parsons to Green Bay is definitely swinging my favor a little bit. He's a big addition. I think it's going to be a very close game, don't get me wrong. But I think that Detroit's going to lack these first couple games.
I totally disagree with both of you. I'm going Detroit. I think they're going to – this is probably their last chance with this team to make a run deeper into the playoffs. And I think Dan Campbell's doing a great job out there. I'm not sold yet on Green Bay. I know me and you've talked off camera. I don't know about Jordan Love. I think Jared Goff is probably the better quarterback of the two right now. He's playing better. So I'm just going to go with Detroit just for that reason alone. And I believe last week on the podcast, I picked Kansas City and Detroit.
They did pick Kansas City and Detroit.
So I'm going to roll with Detroit.
All right, at least you're sticking through with your team that you picked. This is a fun game. Houston Texans and LA Rams to close off our evening slots. This is actually a really fun game. I'm gonna say that. You want me to go to him first? All right. Well, let's go to Lucas.
I mean, he's the supposed fan that wears Steeler clothes, so I don't know.
I mean, Lucas, your second favorite team is the Houston Texans, and your favorite quarterback is C.J. Stroud. So, what's your thoughts on your
how weird
Texans?
that is? That's like me saying my second team is the Raiders, and I hate the Raiders.
Houston's not even in my division.
So, what do you want me to like the Cowboys? No, Matt, not happening. No, Nick Brown, not happening. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm actually gonna take the Rams here.
Burn your shirt. Burn them all.
You better give it back to him. Hopefully, you have the receipt so you can send it back to Amazon.
No, it was a bet I lost.
Austin, you were ready to pick the Saints over your Cardinals. I don't want to hear it.
I am. I'm still ready to pick the Saints over my Cardinals.
Yeah, so don't be talking over there. No, I mean the Rams. They got the home advantage. Devontae Adams, big addition. The Rams are my dark horse for this year's Super Bowl. I like the Rams going into it. I am a little worried now that Kupp's gone. I feel like that was kind of like Matt Stafford's kind of like safety blanket there. But I think that Houston, they're not going to be a great team this season. I think they're going to be average. They'll probably get a winning record. They'll probably win their division. But I think they're going to start off a little bit slower, just like the Lions, and I think that they're losing this game.
Are we going to forget that the Rams are like a couple yards away from making a run at the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get Cooper Kupp, but Devontae Adams is a good addition. Matt Stafford's still playing great ball. At his age, he's still playing great. They have a great team there. I'm going the Rams. I'm not sold on Houston still. I think there's still some injuries out there that I'm not real keen on. And C.J. Stroud, he looked very bad last year.
Mm-hmm.
I know Austin says a sophomore slump. He just looked like a totally different quarterback than that first year. So with that, I'm just taking the better quarterback, and the better matchup, I believe, is the Rams.
I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I am picking the Rams as well in this game. I agree that the Rams are going to beat the Texans, but I'm actually going to defend C.J. Stroud for a moment because you're kind of wrong on Stroud. I will come to the defense and say that there was a bit of a sophomore slump in the last year, but he lost all three starting receivers throughout the season. Nico Collins went down, Stephon Diggs went down, and Tank Dell had that horrible injury to start the season. So it's not fully on C.J. Stroud. He was working with what he was given, so that's why he looked that bad. But even with the weapons, he still didn't look the same. So I want to see how Stroud plays now that we will have a Nico Collins and hopefully have a Tank Dell going into this year. With that being said, I'm concerned about the Rams. I don't think they are a Super Bowl favorite. I don't think they're a dark horse. They should be. Puka Nacua is a great addition. Tyler Higbee is amazing. Kyron Williams is one of the most underrated backs in the league. But are we forgetting that Matthew Stafford is a bad back, guys? Are we forgetting that Matthew Stafford is up there in age? Playing with a bad back at the quarterback position in a day and age where you need to be mobile, that limits your mobility. Matt Stafford was never a mobile quarterback to begin with. Now you're adding on a bad back. That concerns me. So if the line can protect Stafford and give enough time to actually get the ball to Nacua and to Adams, I'm all for it. Let's go Rams. They're going to the Super Bowl. But I disagree with you in the sense that they're the favorites. Oh, they're a team we should be talking about here. I believe Tampa Bay's better. I believe Philadelphia's better. I believe Green Bay's better. Minnesota's better. Detroit's better. I can give you 5 to 6 teams that's better than this Rams team due to the simple fact that Matt Stafford is not 100% healthy. You need your quarterback to be healthy. He's the leader. He's the veteran, and I've defended Stafford to hell and back, and I will continue to do so. But with a bad back going up against that fierce defense with Will Anderson, with the Houston Texans, I'm sorry, he's going to be beat up in this game. They're going to find the way to win because of the star talents, but they're not a Super Bowl favorite. I can't get on board with that.
I didn't say Super Bowl favorite.
But sleeper.
I said sleeper.
I can't get on board with that.
But are we going to forget that, and I hate to bring them up, but teams like the Chiefs and Buffalo, we'll use those two AFC teams. Are we going to forget that both of those guys lost their starting receivers and they somehow found a way to win? You're going to have quarterbacks that are here, and then if you want to make it to the next level, C.J. Stroud, you have to play with the next man up. It's not like they're getting guys from Point Park University and throwing them the football. They're actually pro football players. They're second and third string guys that made the NFL, and they are good receivers. They may not be a name brand name, but they're still NFL receivers.
They are still NFL receivers, but your analogy also is kind of hard to defend because Buffalo and Kansas City are bigger market teams. Houston's a smaller market team. Just because you have backups and yes, they're professional athletes, it's a lot harder to get solidified, solid backups versus, okay, a good backup that can actually start on some teams. Because some of the backups that you have on the Chiefs and Bills could easily start on teams like the Texans.
Draft better.
Jaguars.
What do you want me to tell you? Draft better.
Texans actually are good to draft. They got Will Anderson. They got C.J. Stroud. They had one of the best drafts 2 years ago.
Okay, where's their backups compared to the other teams?
There you go.
There you go. Draft better.
All right. I guess they need a draft better then with your analogy.
Yeah, but I mean, don't tell me that like he's not playing well.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What
I'm trying to say is you made the argument that he was depleted of receivers.
He was. Clear as day.
Am I going to remind you too that when Mahomes won the Super Bowl,
He was playing with practice
he
squad
had
players.
nobody.
Okay, that's Mahomes. It's unfair to compare
What
Patrick
I'm
Mahomes
saying
to
is,
C.J. Stroud.
if C.J. Stroud's ever going to be on that next tier with your Burrow, your Mahomes,
And guess what? This is where I come in and agree with you. He's never going to be. I've said this
Thank
since he came out of college. That man over there, on the other hand, said C.J. Stroud is like the Holy Trinity. So
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Pull the clip. Pull the clip.
I'm not actually saying you said the Holy Trinity, but you compared him to that. So I'm just telling you right now.
let
C.J.
me ask
Stroud
you a
is
question. Here, I'll ask
I
you
will.
a question. Do you think he can make it into that next tier, which is your Mahomes, your Burrows, your Allens? Do you think he has the ability to make it in there?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Then we're not even going to argue.
So we all across the board with the Rams. Super Bowl sleeper is crazy, though, with a bad back. I'm sorry. You can't do that with a 40-plus-year-old quarterback. I'm just saying, do we need to go back to John Elway at the end of his career? Didn't he have a bad back? Troy Aikman? Just saying. You need it back.
But back then, they didn't have the stuff, the tools that they have now with these trainers in the stuff that these guys are doing. Like I said, watch Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is an older quarterback. Watch what he did after every game when he was taking hits. They have people come to their house working on them and that.
Mm-hmm.
Them other quarterbacks did not have that. And it was a different era back then, too.
Did Eli Manning have it?
I imagine he did. I don't know.
Okay. So what's his excuse?
Whose?
Eli Manning's.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
He did win 2 Super Bowls, and then he lost his job to Daniel Jones in his last season.
He's in the Hall of Fame, bud.
I know he's in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying, I'm just saying that at some point, all quarterbacks slow down, and I believe the bad back is going to probably have that happen to Matthew Stafford this year. I don't want it to, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. All quarterbacks slow down, unless you're Tom Brady, because Tom Brady's just Superman.
That last season, he slowed down.
Huh?
His last season, he slowed down.
He did slow down. Last season, it was pretty rough. Just like Rodgers is going to slow down this year. It's going to be bad for the Steelers. Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills. This is game of the week easily. I don't think that's debatable. This is going to be game of the week, possible AFC Championship game. Dad, I got to go to you on this one first. 2 teams that have the same kryptonite, that being your Kansas City Chiefs. That's the storyline this year. Can Josh Allen overcome Patrick Mahomes? Can Lamar Jackson overcome Patrick Mahomes? Can they get to the promised land? This is kumbaya for both of these teams. Do you finally got either one of these teams go into the promised land, which I know the answer is no, and
No.
who's winning this game?
I picked the Bengals to make the AFC Championship this year.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, I'm going to base my decision solely on this. It's the beginning of the season. John Harbaugh, I know you're listening because you like our show. You're not going to run Derrick Henry a lot. You're probably going to have like 10, 15 carries. He's going to have like 116 yards on 10 or 15 carries in a loss because Josh Allen is going to try to play lights out again, and he's at home. I think the thing with Buffalo is they play great during the season. Same with Baltimore, and then they just don't show up in the playoffs. I'm just taking Buffalo, and I think I actually win pretty big in this game at home. I'm saying 10 or more in this game.
So 2 scores, okay. This is a good game, Lucas.
This is a good game.
And I think Josh Allen's a better quarterback.
Okay, good.
Just listen, C.J. Stroud. You shouldn't say nothing.
I didn't even say anything yet. He didn't even say anything yet. All he did was breathe.
He went,
He went, and then you're like, watch it over there. CJ Stroud, how dare you?
Well, I was thinking, it depends on how you look at the quarterback, which one's better.
Running quarterback, he's definitely not a better running. I don't know about that.
Allen's a solid.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I like to still give it to Lamar.
'Cause he runs 30 times a game. He's like a running back.
I'm actually going to choose Baltimore on this one.
Of course you are.
Baltimore is a very good team, as much as it pains me to say it. They are definitely winning our division. I don't think they're going to have a slow start to the season. I think they're going to get right out there. Harbaugh's probably not going to run Derrick Henry that much. Like you say, he's probably only going to get 10, 15 carries. But I think Lamar will be running mostly. I think he will still be proving to everyone that he is a throwing quarterback. I think this is going to be a good throwing game for him. And I think that overall Baltimore has more weapons to work with than the Buffalo does.
The Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. And the reason why they're going to win this game is for the same reason that I said about the Cincinnati Bengals. The Baltimore Ravens do not start off their season well. Last year, they started off 0-2. It was week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know Isaiah Likely had his foot out of bounds, which led to the Kansas City Chiefs win that game. Whether you want to say it was official tampering, whether you want to say it was rigged, whether you want to say, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes didn't get this flag, yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, a win is a win, a loss is a loss. The Baltimore Ravens lost in week 1. I don't care about that game. The game that I'm looking back was week 2 last year against the Las Vegas Raiders, a team that was demolished before it even began, a team that was a complete train wreck, arguably the worst team in football, and they had their way with Baltimore. They had their way with Lamar Jackson. They had their way with Derrick Henry. I've never seen Derrick Henry exposed like that before. It was a bad game. It was a very bad game. And this is coming from the guy that thinks the Baltimore Ravens will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. They looked awful to start off the year. But the one thing that John Harbaugh does well is he rallies the troops and he gets them ready for the rest of the season. I mean, they beat the Bengals. They buried the Bengals in the 2 games that they played. Obviously, both of the games went to overtime, and then from there, Derrick Henry just took off. I think it was, like a 90-yard run that he had the one week in overtime to solidify it. It was phenomenal. I think we had a birthday party when that happened.
Didn't Lamar fumble, though?
Lamar did fumble. Yeah. So I believe in this game, it's going to be tight. I don't think Buffalo's going to have their way necessarily, but Josh Allen is the better quarterback in the sense that he's more poised and talented, but I believe Lamar Jackson is the more complete package because let's not forget, both these quarterbacks at times have turnover issues. Allen is the type of guy to heave it downfield and send a prayer and probably get it picked off. Jackson fumbles a little too much. So both of them have their weaknesses, but all quarterbacks have their weaknesses. Unless you're Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is in his own tier. But I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills in this game. This is going to be a really good game. Both of these teams are going to turn it around. But again, we can't say, oh, well, the Bills are going to do this week and the Ravens are going to do this week. Okay, well, guess what? What are you going to do when the playoffs come? That's what's going to matter most. What are you going to do in the playoffs? Because that right there is what's going to signify you as either a star or a superstar. Right now, they're both just stars. I like that. That's getting clipped later. That's going to get clipped and go on Facebook.
Oh, my God.
Monday Night Football. I unfortunately will be watching Raw. Because, Raw's on Netflix now, and it's the John Cena retirement tour. I'm not going to miss a single date, and with AJ Lee possibly returning too, I'm sorry, guys.
That'll be on SmackDown, not Raw.
Huh?
That'll be on SmackDown.
What?
AJ Lee, won't it?
Well, yeah, but when she returns, she's going to be on both shows because Punk's a Raw superstar. Anyway, Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears, the game that I will not be watching. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Go, Lucas.
I got Minnesota winning this one. I'm a little concerned about JJ McCarthy because obviously he didn't get to play his rookie season at all. But the team's elite. They got really good players. They got the best wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. Chicago, I feel like that they're going to give them problems. I feel like at one point Chicago could even be in the lead in this game. But I think Minnesota's going to bounce back and win this one.
Dad?
No, good. I'll let you take it.
I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm taking Chicago.
Good.
I'm taking Chicago because I believe their offensive line is better. I'm not sold on McCarthy. I'm not sold on him at all. Yes, they do have better receivers, but I'm taking Chicago in this game.
I don't know what paragon of good virtue thought that J.J. McCarthy would be a good NFL quarterback. I'll be honest with you. I was very surprised when McCarthy went in the first round. Yes, he was a national champion. Yes, he was a Jim Harbaugh prospect, but I was shocked when he's taken in the first round. And I feel awful that he didn't get the start last year. The Bears are going to have their way with the Vikings. I believe the Vikings are the most complete team in the sense that if you look at every NFL team, if you take all 32 teams and you put them on paper and you said, okay, what team is the most quarterback friendly? What team will develop the quarterback the best? The answer is Minnesota 10 out of 10 times. They have the receiver talent. They have the defensive talent. They have the coaching talent. Minnesota is the most complete team. The issue is they don't have a quarterback. And as much as I love Sam Darnold last year, Sam Darnold couldn't take him over the hump. Do you think JJ McCarthy's going to do that same thing? Probably not. Give me the Bears. This is going to be Caleb Williams' breakout year.
I believe it will be his breakout year because of their line.
That line is good.
That line is very solid.
Let's not forget that receiver room, too. DJ Moore, Luther Burden, they got some talent.
And I believe if by chance, which I don't believe is going to happen, if McCartney has a good season in Minnesota, we're going to talk. That's 3 quarterbacks. It's the system. Because I believe I said that about Darnold.
I just said it's the most quarterback-friendly team.
Yeah. Because Kirk Cousins took him to the playoffs.
Okay.
Darnold took him to the playoffs.
He did.
If this guy somehow takes him to the playoffs, other than their division sucking,
But what if Darnold takes the Seahawks to the playoffs, too? I'm not saying they will, but I'm just saying what if they did?
I'll probably have a heart attack.
Well, at least you're honest.
I'm just saying. I mean, do you really think Seattle's going to be a winning team because
No.
they got Sam Darnold?
No. I got them either third or fourth, to be honest with you.
I don't even think they're going to have a winning record.
Actually, I got them fourth. I got them fourth this year. 6 to 7 wins most. Well, that right there is going to officially wrap up our NFL weekly predictions. Oh, look at you guys all falling in unison. I like it. But we're not done yet.
Are we falling in unison? Start the pen.
Throw him at Nick Brown. Throw him at the producer, Nick Brown. Get out of here, Nick.
I didn't hit you, Nick.
Close.
Sorry, Nick. That's a new tradition now. We're just going to throw pens at you. We're not in the home studio anymore, so I can't drop my pens anymore.
I mean, so could.
And there's no hats that's going to fall on me this time. Thank
Here.
goodness.
Let me throw this guy at you, too.
Oh, not
What does
Globby.
Globby do?
I don't know.
Pick up Globby. Now you have Globby, not okay. He's going back to me. It's Globby, not Robbie.
Yeah, noise. I do want to talk about one team, though, in particular. A little college football action. Pitt stomped Duquesne to the surprise of absolutely no one last week. They got a big game against Central Michigan on Saturday. Dad, you're the Pitt fan. I know you watched this game. What's your thoughts on Pitt so far?
I actually shut it off at halftime. It was so boring after that. They scored so much, it was disgusting. Listen, if you can't beat Duquesne, I told you, if they lost to Duquesne, I'd probably sell my season tickets. They put up 61 against them. That's 6.
9.
9. I think they made like $200,000. I read. Duquesne, good for you, good for your athletic program. They weren't in the same class. And listen, they're playing Florida this week. Was it Central Florida?
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan. If they don't run this score up too, I told you Narduzzi needs 7 or 8 wins to keep his job.
I like that.
7 or 8. So these are the games you have to win. Pitt usually loses these games. I'll be there Saturday. I don't know if you'll be there, but I'll be there Saturday. And I'm taking Pitt again this week.
Go Pitt.
Go.
It's hell to Pitt.
Yeah, it's hell to Pitt, buddy.
Yeah.
I guess like go Pitt.
You probably like Penn State, don't you?
No, I like Pitt. I just don't watch college football really.
Oh, don't get me started on Penn State. Oh, the most overrated team in the country.
Of course he likes Penn State.
Oh, what else?
Dallas and Penn State are his 2 teams.
Oh,
Great.
Are you
Is it the
surprised?
Kellers? Is that why?
Yes, probably is the.
Is it the colors?
No, it's because Penn State, New Kent. I'm like 5 minutes from Penn State. I'm
Really?
representing the Penn State in me.
I didn't even know it was that close.
Yeah, well, the New Kent campus is.
Oh.
I will tell you
no,
this.
No one likes New Kent anyway, so.
Well, I will tell you this. If Pitt does not put at least 30-plus points on the board, I wouldn't be surprised if Narduzzi, the Narduzzi firing conversation gets popped up a little sooner. Just
God.
because you can. Do we need to go back to the Western Michigan from a couple years ago, Dad? Remember that Western
They
Michigan
lose
game?
them games. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
You
that's what I'm
can't
saying.
lose them games.
This is a game you shouldn't lose, especially with. It's not even that. Do you know what's on the horizon after Central Michigan? The backyard brawl against West Virginia, which they struggled a lot in last year. They won, but they struggled in that game. You need momentum going into the backyard brawl. It's the most fierce college rivalry out there outside of Michigan and Ohio State. You need to go out there and win this game.
If they can go into that 2-0 and somehow squeeze out a third victory, that would be phenomenal.
I agree.
That would be phenomenal. I would be very excited for that.
Fully agree. Well, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, finally wrapped up our first NFL Week 1 predictions. I can already see it. There was a little bit of tension, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of everything, which is why I love the predictions episode.
Don't look at me.
Oh, we're looking at you all right.
Not you.
Oh.
Looking at him.
Are we going to have a fight here on 2 Jagoffs? First ever 2 Jagoff
No.
brawl? No?
No.
Little brawl for all?
No.
Throw it back to the Attitude Era?
Nope.
All right. Well, that right there is going to wrap it up. Next
I
week,
can't fight somebody that doesn't support their team.
Oh my God. My team's not Houston. My team is the Steelers.
Well, actually, his new team's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. He's a big Baker
He's
guy.
a bandwagon jumper. Jump.
That's not even my favorite team.
You like Baker, though.
I like them, but they're not my favorite team. Steelers are still my favorite team. I only own one jersey. And I only own one football hat. That's the Steelers.
Okay.
What are you picking up all the
Well,
pencil?
ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to wrap up this episode. We do have our week 2 predictions, which will be coming back out next week, which is going to be a little different. We're going to recap the games as we predict the games as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but I'm excited for it. It's going to bring up some more debates. Obviously, we'll continue the pit conversation as well since we don't have our Friday episode right now. But this Sunday is the biggest one. One of the biggest interviews I have done in a very long time. I can't name names. Let's just say he's very notable within the Pittsburgh area. I had a fun time with him. He was sitting right there in that chair actually earlier this week. Got a nice 55 minutes out of him. You're not going to want to miss it. That interview drops this Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Let's not forget about Day of Giving as well. Wednesday, October 29th here at the Fishbowl, 5 to 7. Make sure you come with your ID at 4 o'clock for happy hour. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. Very much looking forward to it. Any final words from you two over there?
Yeah, Lucas ain't allowed to sit by me at the Day of Giving.
Okay.
I'll be in first row, so stay away.
Kevin Homa. Neither's Jack Dean. Nick Brown can sit with the family. You're allowed, Nick Brown. Matt, you can even sit with the fammy. Although Cindy will outroll me. You'll probably be sitting beside us.
Yeah.
Probably. Is your mom coming?
Probably not.
Oh, what a supporter.
Yeah, I thought she would have came. I was thinking she would have came.
I mean, she actually might. I don't know. She won't pay for parking. She'd have to get on the bus.
Oh, hop on the G2, Carrie. We'll see you on the G2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go like and subscribe and check out the promos. I was in Cleveland in this week's promo. Who knows where I'll be next week? See you all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.